Oh, that's
I'm
nice.
not home, so he misses me.
Hey everybody, so as the Facebook builds up the audience for this, and hopefully you can hear us because you know they've got music, and we're doing our best to keep the tattoo artist out because he doesn't want to be it. I don't blame him.
I don't really want to be on it either.
No, yeah, but you are.
Yeah, I know.
Because we're going to talk awesome stuff. Because I haven't seen you in forever.
No.
Like, forever and a day. Wait, can we do that? And then it's not him? No, that's good. So he's not there. So, yeah, the whole reason we're smushed is number one, so you can hear us, and number two, so Tattoo Artist isn't in it, because this is myself and Angie. This is Myki, Angeline here, Rantz and Raves. Motivational speaker, podcast philanthropist, blogger on the medium.com as the Bad Filipino. What up, Melissa? All the way from Orlando, Florida. Good to see you. Shelly, good to see you. So we are live here at Imperious Rex Tattoo in Citrus Heights. Is it Sacramento? It's in Citrus Heights. And
The best tattoo shop in town.
Angie says the best tattoo shop. Actually, you know what? I have a friend, Penny, who comes here all the time. And she gets work done.
She go to Joseph?
I have no idea who she goes to. I just know that this is the only reason I know about this place is because of her. And so, now this is a very, very good friend of mine who we've known each other, 14 years.
How'd you do the math that quick?
Because it's simple math. Yeah, 14 years.
15, but
2003. Right?
yeah, the end of 2003 because I had already got married and I was getting divorced.
There you go. And what up, TC? And yeah, because you just had a birthday.
I did, yeah.
Happy belated birthday. Her birthday was March 1st. She's Pisces. We want to talk about that. And even though she's kind of willing, we'll see her pain threshold because she is getting tattoo work done. What's up, Donald, all the way from Fairfield, California? I should say the states because we do have, like, I have sometimes my friend Karen pops on from Scotland. So, and so I wanted to talk and touch on Reiki energy healing. I've mentioned that a few times in some videos and some blogs, and this is the woman who I've trained under. I probably shouldn't point at you. Isn't that bad feng shui?
As long as you don't poke my eye out.
Then poke your eye out. Angie Weckworth, Reiki master, who I learned from, and I'm going to do a lot of like side note stuff because we're kind of catching up. We honestly haven't seen each other in a couple of years, like 3 years. So we've done a lot of catch up before we started this video. Tish Cervello, she's the founder and creator of Daisy Rock Guitars out of LA. Thanks for popping in. How are you doing, woman? Good to see you on the screen. And Emily's been in. Emily, she's excited because there's karaoke tonight at Faces nightclub in downtown Sac, and they're trying to get me to go, and I may go. We'll see. So, any of you who don't know it, Reiki energy healing. I don't know. Let me know if you can hear Angie. Angie, go ahead and say hi.
Hi.
And more than that.
What do you want to say?
Because I want to make sure people can hear you. Because you know
I hate being on video.
she hates being on video, and she's laying here getting her calf done. She's completely obsessed with getting tattoos. Obsessed. She's gonna run out of space, and what's gonna be left is her ass.
And then that'll get covered too.
And then that'll get covered up. So, shall we give them a background on what Reiki energy healing is? You can explain that.
You can explain it.
I want you to explain it. You do a little bit, and I'll go from there. Are you in pain?
A little.
You're leaving this all up to... Oh, you can hear
See
it.
the face expressions? If I look like a pirate, I'm in pain.
Oh, yeah, one eye twitches, and that means she's in pain. Where does it resonate? Originated from?
Japan.
Oh, so Reiki comes from Japan, spelled R-E-I-K-I, like in...
No, I'm your teacher listening to you, so go ahead. Let's see how well you can do explaining it.
Do you know what's crazy is that I was going to tell you, I went to re-study, and my binder is miraculously missing.
I have extras. You have.
Please do, because, no, it's been in my room this whole time. Like, it's been in my bookshelf. I must have pulled it out to want to use it, and the last time I went to go pull it out, it wasn't there, and it's nowhere in my house.
I still owe you a master's class.
You do?
Yeah, you're not a master yet.
No.
And you watched my dogs
a million
many
times.
So,
Her
remember, I owe
farm.
you a master's class for free.
Her farm. Every time I would go to her house to watch all of her animals, she would have dogs, she would have fish, she would have cats, she would have, I don't know, just all kinds of weird things. And then I would go and watch because she was always going on trips, whatever. Renee, what's up? Melissa, good to see you. We can have fun, Angie. Oh, you can hear her. Have fun. Gotcha. And when did you teach me? Was it like 2008, 2009? I want to say.
Maybe.
Yeah, because I was living in Folsom.
It was when I had my
And
wellness center still. So
you had your wellness center.
Because I've been, I had to be in like 2009 at least.
So the art of Reiki healing involves realigning your body chakras, repairing auras, tears and auras, and it's the person, the practitioner, myself or Angie, the energy just moves through us. We're just conduits, so we just direct it. We don't create it. We're not mutants. We don't sit there and then there's energy, like, right? The energy is just all around us, and we just are trained to hone it, put it through your body, and you're fully clothed. You aren't naked. You're barely touched. We always ask in the beginning if you're okay to be touched, because there might be times where we might want to put our hands on your knee, or we might want to put our hands on your head, but we don't rub you. Our hands are like maybe this close to your body. And any session can go anywhere from half an hour to an hour and a half. It all depends on what your body needs, and the practitioner usually determines that. I know. Now, you can pipe down below, too. Do like I ask, ASL. Everybody put your age, sex, and location, because you know I love that shit. If I am so 80s. If you've ever had an energy healing, even if it wasn't called Reiki, I'd like you guys to pop in. Hi, Lori. Thanks for joining. I'd like you to pop in the comments, because I would love to see. So I used to practice all the time, and I kind of got out of it, which was bad, because then I got out of it for myself. And I don't know, are you still practicing?
Very rarely.
Yeah.
I work 60 hours a week and I go to school, so I'm kind of tapped. I do it on myself all the time.
I was going to say, at least you keep in the know. I'm not even doing it on myself.
Especially when I'm getting tattooed.
Yeah.
I do it right when he starts for the first 20 minutes. That's all I'm doing is bringing it in, because otherwise I'm going to tap out. And you see how many tattoos I have.
She's covered. She's like a memorial of tattoo.
Yeah, well, when you quit drinking and smoking, you use that same money, and there's my tattoos.
So Lori is 53, female from Rancho Cordova, California, and Melissa out of Florida. You have had it, and it's amazing, awesome. And you're 44 and from Orlando. Melissa and I actually met at Sidetracks last year, October. Shelly, 40, female from Citrus Heights. Thank you, Shelly. Melissa, yes, you've had it. You had Reiki healing, and you, from a wonderful friend who is a practitioner. This is awesome. I love it. I love learning this about all of y'all. Yeah, that's so great. Because there's some people that don't know about it. And did I lose track of where I was at? So I think I did. I got excited reading where people were from, and that Melissa and I. I'm the 80s. Shut up. Melissa Meadows and I met when you were in town, because you're a flight medic. Is that your proper title, Melissa? Because you're like on the helicopter saving lives. She flies all over. So she came to Sacramento, and you were here in Sacramento working, and you came out with a friend. And okay, I love telling this story, so I want to tell it again. Melissa Nunnally, 42 in Sacktown, awesome. What was so cool about meeting Melissa Meadows was that she almost went Club Pulse the night of the massacre, and she didn't. Her and her friend. And you have the tattoo on your arm, and you showed it, Melissa, that said, I believe it said, oh my gosh, I don't think it said Club Pulse. It was the rainbow. We are Orlando, I believe. And I shared with you, hey Allison, good to see you, honey. I saw you, I let you know that we did our protest. We had our peaceful Baptist protest and rally against the Verity Baptist Church, that the preacher was preaching praise of the people that were killed, and he wished more people were killed. And so, Lori, you've had it too. That's great for breast cancer 11 years ago, and it worked. That's so awesome. One pulse, we turned around. Right. And so, myself and about 3,000 other people were protesting at the rally, and so that was Melissa and my moment of bonding, because I have it's going to be backwards probably, but I have a no-hate tattoo that I got 2 years ago when our Sacramento music scene got together to raise money for the musicians who were attacked for wearing skinny jeans, and the person who attacked them assumed they were gay. Right, and they were musicians, and they were slashed with knives, and one of them couldn't go on tour. He was supposed to go on Van Warped tour with his band, couldn't do it. The other one, I mean, they were slashed up bad, and so it was a bonding moment, and I love telling that story, Melissa, so, and hopefully you'll be back, or I'll be there, I don't even know. Daryl! I love Daryl. Daryl's 64, loves Reiki. One of my yoga instructors does many Reiki sessions. So Daryl, yoga and Reiki. Daryl, this is why I love Daryl. Daryl's daughter is Jenna Payon, amazing pianist, singer, songwriter, who I met through the Women's International Music Network at the She-Rock Awards in 2015. And we instantly bonded. She's like from the Boston area. You guys are from the East Coast and just awesome. Yo, you love me too. And then I interviewed her again at the 2016 She-Rock Awards. And then, of course, she was there again this last year. And I got to meet you, Daryl. And oh my gosh, I forgot your husband's name. I'm so horrible. But we took a picture together, and you adopted me, and now I get to move to Boston and live with you, so that's awesome. I do love your daughter, though. She's amazing. And you guys are all awesome, too. So that's cool that you're watching. And I love that there are so many people watching that know what Reiki is. And the only reason I got into it was because I used to bring Angie clients. Remember, I would bring you my friends and stuff. And I remember sitting in a chair, and you just looked at me, and you're like, you know, your hands are itching to heal. And I'm all, what? And so, yeah, and so you had me take classes, and I remember it so mind-blowing that what I experienced. Thank you. And actually, that's what Lydia's Uncle Scott said, because he's a Reiki master as well. In fact, that's what he was saying too. You guys are so crazy. They're just blowing my mind. Ben, what's that? Oh, of course, always, Daryl. Next week, maybe I will see you. Whoa, Melissa, you'll be in Sacramento? You got to hit me up. Let me know. Let's message and give each other our phone number so we can keep in touch. So yeah, I remember seeing like energy and stuff when I was taking her classes, and then I remember the first deep. I'll always tell the story because I wrote it in my dream book. I'm a smart girl. The first real Reiki session you did on me, I remember I felt like I was floating in the middle of the ocean, and I was like face down, so it was just fathoms. It was fathomless. And I remember you can see the little like, I don't know, microorganisms and stuff that you do if you're in the water. And off in the distance, I heard a blue whale. I want to say it was a blue whale. We'll just say it was a blue whale. Because I didn't speak whale then, but I speak whale now, thanks to Dory. And that was amazing. I remember that. And I went under really deep. And then I had the Post-it notes. Remember the spiritual? The gray, it was the spiritual, it was the gray spiritual and the gray Post-it notes or something. It's all written down in my dream book, thank goodness. I remember I had dreams about the symbols before I learned the symbols, because there's certain symbols that unlock the energy healing. They unlock the past, they allow you to do distance Reiki, that kind of stuff. And I remember the very first symbol I learned, when I flipped the page, I like lost my mind because I had dreamt about that, and I wrote it in my dream book like a year before I took the class. So it was almost like I knew it was going to happen, only I didn't know it was going to happen. Weird. So what got you into doing Reiki and energy healing, Angie?
Originally started from a car accident. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I can take care of it.
Car accident. I had a bad car accident. Tore my ACL, PCL, and my meniscus in my knee, and got insomnia. And so I seeked out people that could help me with insomnia. And I did hypnotherapy, and I did Reiki, and it was the hypnotherapy that got rid of the insomnia, but the Reiki energy healing was absolutely amazing. I'm like, hey, I need to learn this. And so I did. I went to school, learned it, and it's the best thing ever. Just working on people, and it brought in, because I'm also a paranormal investigator, so it brought in the spirit world to me. And then when I work with people, their ancestors, or whoever wants to come through Reiki sessions with me, which, as you know, you've witnessed, it's kind of trippy. So
it's very trippy. I have to admit, I don't see myself as that kind of a healer. Although, I mean, because like I've had healings with other people, and they are. I had this one woman that she did a session on me last year physically at her office, and then I had one again over the phone, and she lifted a 13-year-old curse, by the way. I had a 13-year-old curse on me. She got rid of it. I'm pretty convinced it was Olivia Morgan's sister, because they're both witches. You knew that because you used to do Reiki on her. And they're both witches.
How is Olivia?
I wouldn't know. We haven't seen. There's people I just haven't seen in years. I have no idea. Well, yeah, because she's a witch. So I had that curse lifted from me. So there are Reiki practitioners and Reiki masters out there who are really specific with cutting cords. I mean, I can't even do that. I mean, well, I probably do it and I just don't know I'm doing it. Like, y'all know what you're doing. I just might be doing it and I just don't know it.
Okay.
And cutting cords. You are opposed. So why don't we explain to the viewers what cutting cords is?
If you have a tie to, let's say, an ex, for example, somebody that's holding on to you and doesn't want to let go, but yet you've let go, they still have cords attached. It's an energetic cord, so it's not a physical cord, obviously, but they still have a tie on you. When they think about you, there's some weird feeling you'll get, and something will pop up, and you'll be like, okay, why am I thinking about this person? It's because they're thinking about you, and that energetic cord is still there. So to get rid of people's exes, and it's generally, it's not always a negative thing. Sometimes it's a positive cord, but still, to cut those ties, you need to cut cords. So
you've cut cords for me in the past.
Yeah, what did I use? What did we use to cut the cords?
Besides energy? I don't know, stones?
What metaphor did we use?
Oh, I don't know. I don't remember.
I'm trying to remember what we used with you.
It's been so long. You cut cords like in 2008.
Well, a lot of times I let the person pick what they want to use to cut the cords, so a lot of times people will choose a gun.
Oh, gotcha, a metaphor. Probably a knife. Yeah, I probably used a knife because I think of cords like umbilical cords, which is the line of life from your child when you're giving birth. So I think of those cords as like umbilical cords.
A lot of people.
Hi, Elise.
A lot of people think that they're steel cords. So a lot of people, to break steel cords, you use like a bullet to like shatter the metal of the cord.
Gotcha.
Cutting cords, it's pretty intense.
See, I don't really know how to do that and explain it. Shelly says she needs to try it. Yes, Shelly, you need to try this. It's amazing. I need to get back into it. Part of the reason I realized I needed to was I watched a really awesome, and this will be the third time I've mentioned this documentary on Netflix, Intuition from Iceland. It's called Insight, right? Yeah. And I think I put the link on the 2 videos ago. And it just reminded me and opened my mind with how much I do not operate from my right side of the brain. Take care, Melissa. Thanks for popping in. Have a good night. And and it reminded me of how much I am not utilizing the spiritual side of my brain, the creative side of my brain. Oh, you did watch it. Wasn't it great, Melissa? It was amazing. I recommend that documentary for everybody. You need to see it. It's really good. And you're in pain. She's in pain. But it's not tapping into my intuition. And I have a great intuition. My instincts, my gut feelings, all of that. I have great with that, and I'm just not. Just shared. Oh, thank you for sharing, Melissa. And yeah, I always forget to ask people to share the video right when you pop on, if you don't mind, because then it gets more people in to see it. But I think it's so important that everybody embrace and use your intuition. You all have it. We often ignore it when we get caught up in what we'll call our stressors, and we let things stress us out, like work, relationships, responsibilities. Like we're overdue paying a bill for 3 months, and we think we'll lose our car. We think we might lose the mortgage on our house. These are serious things, and sometimes they're not as serious in that sense, but to the person, the impact is great. Like, losing someone in a relationship, or having the stress of not talking to your brother in years, but you want to patch that up. Things like that. Shelly wants to know how your day is, but she's in pain. Can you not talk now? She's breathing through the pain of the tattoo right now, Shelly. So that's how she's doing. How's you doing? I love that. And being able to, and this is something I've learned. I see why you wanted to share. Definitely doing Reiki has helped. my transitioning through a lot of what I've done. And now that I've become an entrepreneur, and you saw my sad video, that
Yes.
I think it was like becoming an entrepreneur and getting into my late 40s, I was really learning the art of just letting things go and not being so hyper-focused and upset if, if something didn't go the way that I thought it should go. Or I was promised by words. I hold on to words. Let's just be real about that. She knows. She's known me for 14 years. I hold on to words. So I'm the kind of person that if I tell you something today, what I say today will mean the same tomorrow, 2 weeks, and 10 years from now. And maybe that's a gift of being able to be honest and confident in what I tell you. And not a lot of people can do that. Leah, good to see you, honey. And not a lot of people can do that I've learned. And for different reasons. They're either in, and a lot of time I think it's because they're in denial of, of what they're wanting out of life. And maybe they have past trauma and triggers from relationships, whether it's love, family, people that they felt close to, and it's damaged, and they bring that into their present and into their future. And, but I hold on to words too tight, and I listen so carefully to the way you word your words, whether you talk to me, whether you text me. I really will focus on the way you form your words. And that's my trigger, and that's from my past and my trauma, from things of my childhood. And I've learned in the last 6 months to really kind of let that go and to kind of look past people's words and maybe pay more attention to the energy behind the words or their energy behind the lack of their words. What was their intention at the time that they said it? Did they really mean what they were going to say? Because that really is what goes on. Right? I mean, people sometimes they say things and they only mean it the moment they say it, and then once it leaves their mouth, they don't mean it anymore. And I was not okay with that for the longest time. Part of me still is kind of not okay with it, but I'm learning that I have to be because people are like that. And it isn't a fault, it's just that's who they are. Leah, girl, where are you at again? Oh, you're down south. Weren't you going to try to come up to Sacramento at the end of February? Were we trying to plan that and that fell through? We need to plan something, right? So going back to what I was saying, I realized part of what I need to do to bring it back to me is get back ready. Because I'm not doing that. I'm working out, but I'm not meditating, and I'm not practicing my Reiki, and I need to. Hi, Leticia. Thanks for joining, honey. So, any of you who watching meditates, and who you're in it, and who watching, but you can reach
meditate right now.
You meditate away, girl, because you're in pain. Who else uses intuition? Wait, you're in SAC now? Really? So you need to message me? What are you doing tonight? And I'm asking this because I'm supposed to try to go to karaoke with some friends, and maybe you should come out too. It's in downtown. We're going to Faces. Let me know. It would be good to see you. Leticia. Wait. I know. Bread or ham? Bread. Oh! T from Brooklyn, New York.
I love you too, T.
Hi, T. Good to see you. I'm still Pickle. Also, Pickle, when are you coming to... I know. When am I coming to Brooklyn? I have places to stay in Boston. She's in pain. She's getting a tattoo. So, maybe my soothing voice will help heal her as she meditates. I would love to come see you in Brooklyn. I've got plans to see 5 different people in Boston. I'm sure I can make it a whole week-long trip of Brooklyn and Boston, even though they're probably nowhere near each other, but they're closer to each other than they are to California. Lori, Aces has karaoke tonight with Howard in that front bar. Yes, he does. And I drive him nuts because I bring my own microphone. Uh-oh. Get it, girl.
Do you see what party's on?
The ankle.
Achilles tendon.
Oh, the Achilles tendon. Yeah, that hurts. So yes, Faces has karaoke on Thursday nights. And I'm going to try to do my song Love Me Dead, but I'll have to plug my phone in because he doesn't have that song. And I have to find... There are videos on YouTube that are the karaoke versions. I will try to do it because that song cracks me up by Ludo. So... Okay, cool, Lori. That'd be awesome. Lori, That would be awesome. Leah, that would be more awesome. Say hi to your friend Kelly Miller. I don't know if does she work tonight. I will if she's working. I will go like if it's in the back bar.
She's still working?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
A lot of the same people still work at Faces. It's kind of crazy. It's like a long running TV show with all the same actors and the same characters. Is what it is. It's kind of like, like Friends or Happy Days, where it's like 9, 10, 12 years running, it's the same characters. That's the bartenders and the barbacks and everyone that works at Faces. Jeff still works there, and Jeff still looks the same.
Jeff works at Home Depot, too.
Yeah, Jeff has not aged, and I've known that man. Yeah, I've known that man 20 years. Ooh, 20 years. So yeah, anyhow. I would ask Angie more questions, but she's in pain. Did anyone have any questions regarding Reiki energy healing, by the way? Like where you can go to get it, besides her or me, but she's 60 hours a week working in school. I had a woman that did it, the woman that I told you about, Veena, Veena, she's amazing. And her whole thing was really cool when I went to her studio because... Letizia, I just want to say I love that you're having a really calm conversation with us as Angie is in excruciating pain. I know, aren't I rude? I'm like, over here, yeah, so this is what's up, and she's feeling like absolute shit, but whatever. Hey, this is my world, you're just trying to eat chicken in it. Veena, recommended from my friend Jessica Well. And I went to her studio, and it was different. Like, she has this whole ritual where she, like, washes your feet first, so she's cleansing away and she's talking to you as she's grounding. And then she's really particular with the cords and with the ancestors and all that kind of stuff. And it was just intensely awesome. And I totally needed it at the time that I got it, which was last year, sorry, I'm all 2 years ago. No, it was 2 years ago, the first one. The first one was like a year and a half ago. It was fall of 2015, and then I had the phone call Reiki April of last year. That's what it was. I did Reiki on you, Leah? Oh my god, I did? When did I do it on you? Remind me. Pipe in there. And you and I better connect while you're in Sacramento. I'll be so mad if I don't get a hug from you, woman. I haven't seen you in years. When I would do Reiki, and I would do a lot of my friends would be my guinea pigs, or I would charge them like very little, or we'd barter. I'm a big fan of barter, by the way, so if anyone wants Reiki from me and wants to barter something, I will barter, because I'm really good at it. I just need to do it again. Like, ask her, I'm not lying. I really am good at it. I can tell, but I want people to see it.
No, I don't need to go. But I would gladly take a break from that spot.
Oh, at Kathy's when she was on 10th, right? On 10th Ave? That house?
No problem.
Wow, that's crazy. I'm so glad you remember it, Leah. When I usually do Reiki, the first thing I will ask is, number one, if I can put my hands on you. And then number two, things may come for me to talk about. And are you okay with hearing it out loud, or do you want me to keep it inside? Because that's, I guess, part of my magic when I do healing. Gotta go eat dinner. Hopefully I will get to Faces. All right, enjoy dinner, Lori. Thanks for piping in. Always good to see you on these feeds. Thanks for your support. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that, Lori. Because often when I'm doing Reiki on somebody, something will just come up. Like, I'll just get an image, or I'll get words in my head, and I say them as I get them, and they're usually something you're projecting or something you're focused on. You might be hyper-focused on something, there might be something going on in your life, and I'm going to catch on to it as I'm doing the healing. So, yeah, I need to get a book from you. Apparently I need to get other stuff from you, because you're just giving... Well, it was the workbook.
The Reiki workbook?
Yeah.
I have them all. They're all in the box.
Yeah, I need another one, because I don't know where mine went. I feel like I need that book. Maybe I just can use any old book. I don't know. I have the 7 Healing Chakras, like, just paperback, but I meant my actual workbook. I had a workbook when she trained me, and I don't know, in the last 4 months, it's just wandered. It wandered. Nikki, good to see you, honey. Happy belated birthday. I hope you had a good time. Those are cute cupcakes. Your son's adorable. I love him. I haven't seen you in a minute and some change. I'm actually going to be at Faces tonight, I think. I'm going to try. We'll see how I feel. Just do karaoke. I mean, I got some work to do is the thing. My media team is waiting on videos from me. Been kind of behind in that because I've been up and down with being tired and stuff this week. So the only content I've really been pushing out is for the Women's International Music Network, and I need to get my own content out. Because you see that I do that now. Okay, she's not in pain now. So anyone watching, do you have any questions for Angie while she's not in pain that's referencing to Reiki or energy healing, or why does she have so many tattoos, or what are you going to school for?
Criminology and criminal justice.
Criminology and criminal justice. She's already a private investigator. She already does Reiki. And she's paranormal investigator. The Scooby-Doo people without the van. That's what she does.
Oh my god, I want that.
She wants the Scooby-Doo van and Scooby to come with her on paranormal sightings.
That'd be awesome. I haven't done any investigating in years.
Can you describe, or do you want to share like a great paranormal story? Do you have one that you can share? Paranormal, ghosts.
Okay, the only time I've ever been touched by a ghost, like physically touched by a ghost, was like the trippiest day of my life. So I was on this investigation. I can't say it was in Sacramento. I just can't say where due to privacy reasons. But we were in this house, and I was told that there was multiple different spirits in there that touched the kids, but not in a bad way, just in a playful way. And I was like, okay, spirits usually never touch anybody, and you usually don't ever feel them. So I went in this bathroom, and I had like the whole Shining horror movie moment where I flung open the shower curtain, thinking that somebody was going to be standing there with a knife. And the moment I did that, a ghost like literally grabbed me, like my arm. Like, not to be scared. Like, it's okay. We're friendly ghosts. Like, Casper. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. And then, so I ran out of that room. And I don't usually get scared ever. I ran out of that room and I ran in the garage. And then that moment that I came back through the garage, I physically walked through a spirit that I could see. Like, I could see, like, the shadow of the spirit, and I, like, walked through them. And I remember it was, like, the coldest feeling. It was like walking into a meat locker. And I could feel the moment that I walked through the spirit and then came out of the spirit. So that moment that I was inside the spirit was super cool. And I had goosebumps, and it was true.
That's crazy. Where do I sign up for a session? With me? Alex, what's up? Thanks for joining in. Alex from somewhere in California, Sacramento, I think. I tell everyone to ASL, age, sex, and location, because I'm funny like that. Do you all believe in ghosts? I believe in ghosts. I've experienced ghosts because I was told that I'm kind of like a medium. People come to me. I think you told me that. Like, ghosts will come to me for advice or help. Kind of like that chick in that show. Medium? Is it Medium? No.
Long Island Medium?
Ghost Whisperer. I don't even know what that is. But kind of like Ghost Whisperer. Can I turn my gift off? Turn it off? I don't think so. It just happens. Oh, of seeing ghosts. I'm guessing you see them and you'd like to not. I think in between, you can just tell them to leave you alone. You can just will it. You can't stop your gift, but you can just tell them, I don't want to be visited, and just be... You have to be confident in saying that.
It may feel a little weird talking to a spirit or ghost, whatever you want to call it, but as long as you state your intention, they can't harm you or bother you or whatever. I mean, there are cases that if the ghost has been there years prior to you getting there, and you move into, say, a house that's inhabited by spirits, sometimes it's hard to get them to leave.
I believe that.
A lot of
clearing, yeah, the saging and the salt water and of the house, that kind of stuff.
Framing windows, sea salt. I mean, there's ways around it, but they're not going to harm you.
There you go. So, of seeing them, like she said, are you having like a sixth sense moment? I see dead people. Do you realize that was the first clue in Sixth Sense?
Yeah, I got
how was that actor's name? Bruce Willis was actually dead. Was the moment that what was his name? Haley Oswald is the actor, little boy. When he says, "I see dead people," and he's looking right at him, that was your first clue that Bruce Willis was dead. Isn't that crazy? That movie just blew my mind. April, what's up? What's up, April? Out of Fairfield, California. So, I'm taking you to see ghosts, Leah. You don't have to pop in. I'm guessing you do. They usually, like she says, the one time I can remember being visited by the same one that just kept trying to disguise itself is when I lived in Folsom, and this is around the time I was training with you. And it would try to present, it was always brown. That was the weird thing, but it would try to trick me by being a different shape every night. So one night it just like was propped up in the corner of my bedroom like a big log. Yeah, I wrote it in my dream book, so I know the specifics. And then another time, it was a brown image kind of floating over my head and going into my head. You know, a third time, it was, it tried to disguise itself near the curtains on my window. So it was almost like it was being a little butthead going, "You can't see me. Nope, that's not me." And I felt like it was a he. And he stuck around for quite some time before he finally dispersed. But I've had people come over to the apartment and say that they saw shadows passing from the bedrooms and stuff. My sister was one of them. Olivia was one of them. So I knew I wasn't going crazy, and there were spirits in that apartment. But never harmed. You know, my daughter used to talk to them all the time when she was younger. I don't know if I told you that, Angie, and she's focusing. She's in pain right now. She's getting a tattoo. We're here at Imperious Rex in Citrus Heights. And my daughter used to see them all the time and play with them all the time when she was younger. From the time she was 2 until I think around 8 was when it started fizzing out for her. Children see them all the time because that's before children, you know, when we're children, we're just so pure and innocent and we believe everything. It isn't until we become adults that doubt really, you know, from the time we're getting into middle school and high school, that doubt just sets in and you just let that happen. But my daughter is indigo, so that's probably never going to happen. She's like an indigo child is what I was told. I never outgrew that. I think I have a young soul. Like everything to me, it's like through the eyes of a child. I see wonder in everything that I see, which is why I'm always so positive and cheery. People probably think that I'm just in denial, and believe me, I know shit's going on, but I would just prefer to be positive and healthy about it most of the time. Oh, you used to, not rarely. Okay, Leah. Shelly says, if you know a person I can see so I can find out more. Yeah, absolutely. Private message me, Shelly, here on Facebook, and then I can get you some more information on it. That would be, you got it. But anyhow, you're still in pain? Oh, yeah. He's digging in with that needle. It's dark now. I don't even know what time. I have a watch now. I always forget to look at it, but I have a watch. It's 6:20. I don't even know what time I got here. So I guess we're done. I want to thank everybody who piped on in and visited us at Imperious Rex Tattoo with my good friend Angie Weckworth, Reiki Master and Tattoo Person in Pain. Private message me if you have any questions or you want to get Reiki healing, whether it's from me or somebody else, and I can always direct you to other people for sure. And remember, like I always say, Daryl. Oh, very interesting conversation. You need to go now. Love you, Daryl. Well, I know you're. It's what 9:20 where you're at. I appreciate you, but after Sunday, it'll only be 2 hours ahead. Because California, we're gonna jump ahead an hour. So, like I always say, every day that you wake up, you determine how your day will go. Manifest to be your best. Have a great night. And for those of you, I might see you at karaoke. I might not, but if not, have a good one.